Hello and welcome to Unacademy. So recently UPSC has released its detailed application form. Now what is detailed application form? Detailed application form, or commonly known as DAF, is for the people who have qualified the prelims examination of 2026. Now they are required to fill up this form so that they are admitted for the mains examination. Okay, so these are some things that are available that must be provided by the candidate so that they are considered to be writing the mains examination. Okay, so when we talk about this, so on the screen you will see that it is something that has to be filled from 19th of June onwards, 19th of June 2026 onwards to 29th of June 2026. Okay, when we talk about 29th June 2026, it is only available up until 6 p.m. in the evening. All right, so you must make sure that you are able to fill up this form within these 10 days, with the last date being 29th June and the time being 6 p.m. in the evening. All right, so moving forward, where will you find this kind of detailed application form? So you will find this on the website named upsconline.nic.in, upsconline.nic.in. When you go onto this website, you will find that at the bottom there are four boxes. The first box is create account and login. Then you have universal registration. Third is the common application form, and the fourth is the examinations. Out of these, you will have to go to the fourth box and you will have to go for the second point that is there, that is apply for examinations. You will have to go and click for apply for examinations. All right, once you click on the apply for examinations, you will find that it will open up and you will be required to provide for your login details. Okay, whether it is through mobile and OTP, or whether it is through URN and password, or email and password. Okay, so once you have logged inside, you will find that you have a certain set of instructions. Now this is a PDF that is given by UPSC itself, which has the instructions that are required for you to fill the detailed application form. So we will go by step process. So login is clear. We go on to the upsconline.nic.in. Then you will have to select the examination and start the application. You'll find this kind of a bar that is there, that is Civil Services Main Examination 2026. Click on the apply. Then the step 3 is read the instructions. Please read the instructions very carefully. These are a set of 8 instructions. So you will see some of the most important instructions are there. So please carefully read it. For example, the third one, that is URN, that is related to universal registration. It means that the identity details, Aadhaar, photo ID details, class 10th matriculation details, it will be shown only in read only mode. That means you cannot edit it, you cannot change it. All right, then you will have your all CAF details, that is common application form details. It will also be shown in read only mode. Okay, it is something that is going to be the same as you have filled in the preliminary examination, so you cannot make any changes for it. You can just review it. Okay, and if it is possible, it can be considered, if you want to update it or correct the details, the decision of the commission would be something that would be decided at the later stage. All right, fifth is the disability related details. Now this is where the students who belong to this category, they can modify or update their details wherever it is given or wherever it is applicable in the Civil Services Main Examination 2026. All right, sixth one is also very important, and that relates to filling up your home state card of preference wherever it is applicable. Now the final submission of this form will be there only when you pay the fees that is required for its further progress. All right, the fees that you have to pay, that is given already in the 7th point, and that is 200 rupees you will have to pay for the application submission. All right, so, and the 8th point is that you cannot add, delete, correct, alter or modify any of the details once you have already filled this up. Okay, so after that you will have to click that I have read the instructions and agree to proceed. Now we move on to the next step. So next step is about step 4. Coming to step 4, we have review universal registration and common application form details. Now, as we have said earlier, as we have seen in the instructions, that this will be in the read only mode and therefore it cannot be edited. Just go through it and review and then click next to continue. Coming to step 5, that is your review educational and qualification details. These are again in read only mode and therefore it cannot be edited. And if you have any request for correcting or updating it, okay, such decisions, such details shall be subject to the decision of the commission, and it will be something that will be considered at a later stage and it will be notified in the due course. Okay, once you have gone through this, you will have to click on next to continue. Okay, step 6, it is about the review of preliminary exam details. Now this is also something that is going to be only in the read only mode and therefore it cannot be edited. Just go through it, review it, and then you will have to click next to continue to the next step. Alright, so coming to step number 7. Now this is about the civil services main examination details. Again, it is read only mode, cannot be edited except for the disability or scribe details. So if you fall into that category, you can have certain types of changes. You may be able to update or modify these details wherever it is applicable. Okay, once you have done with this, you will have to click next to continue. You come on to the step 8. Now step 8 is the most important one because you will have to fill this up. It is not like unlike the other ones which are not editable. This one is editable. This one you will have to fill up. This is your home state or Cadre preference. Okay, so you will have to provide your Cadre preference as required. All right, so if we move forward, we will see what is required into this is that you will find that once you have reached this stage, you will find that the first 4 blocks are already filled up and then the 5th block is Cadre preference. All right, in this Cadre preference, you will have to mention which one do you claim as your home state. Okay, so if you find that these 4 stages are done, you will find that you will have to fill up the next stage here. Okay, yes, so you see 2 boxes are there at the bottom. So you will find that having regards to answers that you have already given, whether with respect to your background, with respect to your place of birth, mother tongue, parental details, educational qualifications, higher educational qualifications, you will have to write which one do you consider or you want to claim as your home Cadre or your state or UT. Okay, and then Cadre preference for IAS, whether you want to consider your home state as your preference for home Cadre for IAS Cadre preference or not. Okay, so suppose you have filled up suppose say Madhya Pradesh, okay, based on whatever educational qualifications or whatever educational institutions you have been to, you claim it as your home state, and whether you want to be considered MP with respect to your home state or not, you will have to fill whether if you want it to be like that, then you fill up yes. If you don't want it, then you fill up no. Okay, so here it is very important that you fill it up very carefully, considering all the things, because it is also something that is going to decide where you will be posted in the future depending upon the vacancies. Okay, vacancies for this year. Okay, now I will also show you a document which is very important here, and this is related to the Cadre allocation policy. Okay, please go through this document. It will also be attached to the end in the description of this video. You please go through the grouping of states or cadres like group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. These are the set of all the cadres that are there and you must choose amongst them. Okay, please note how they are going to be allocated with respect to the rank that you hold. All right, just go through this document. It will be very useful exercise, and this is the only thing that you have to do very carefully, and once you do it, you may not be able to change it in the future, so please fill it up very carefully. Now coming to step 9, OBC or EWS annexure if it is applicable. So these details are the same. And socio-economic questionnaire is something that is already filled up in the CSP, that means Civil Services Preliminary Exam. Coming to step 11, that is candidate declaration. Now here you will have to read the instructions carefully. This is the final stage of the application process, and you may at this point of time you may click back and you may modify the application. Okay, please be very sure before you go forward from here. Okay, once you are done that, confirm and submit application. Come to step 12. If it is applicable to your category, you will have to make the examination payment, that is of rupees 200, and your final submission, it will be considered complete only if you are having the successful payment verification. So please be sure that you have received in one form or the other, in messages or in email, that your payment has been verified, and therefore your application has been successfully submitted. Step 13, please view or download your application form from the examination menu, and this should be available with you so that there is no any kind of confusion in the further stages of the exam. All right. So all of this is there in the detailed application form. Please fill it up as soon as possible. Please fill it up very, very carefully. And I wish you all the best. If you have any doubts, please do not hesitate to write it in the comment box. We will reach out to you. All the best. Thank you so much.